California is one of the wealthiest states in the USA, and it has a really high concentration of billionaires. Not only that, but California's GDP is twice of that of Brazil's, meaning California is twice as rich as Brazil, just the state of California, not the entire USA. So this piece of land where I'm standing right now, my friends, is one of the most valuable pieces of land in the world. But where there's wealth, there's also the other side. Enough talking, let's go to Skidrow here, where the crackland is. To guide us, I called upon 2 subscribers who live in Los Angeles. So let's hitch a ride with Fabio and Vinicius. We are heading to the crackland here in Los Angeles. They apparently know the area like the back of their hands. I'm sorry. Thanks for the ride. And I left the Bromobile in the McDonald's parking lot hoping it won't be stolen.
So this place is situated between Alameda and Los Angeles Street. Today's Skidrow is home to a whopping 7,000 individuals. Yep, you heard that right. And just in case you were wondering, California and San Francisco are currently leading the race when it comes to providing shelter to the homeless people.
Well, my dear friends. I once lived in São Paulo back in 2021, and let me tell you, that was the city where I saw the most people living on the streets. Yup, tents under bridges or simply on the side of the road. You name it, São Paulo had it. But to be completely honest with you, Los Angeles takes the cake. I mean, seriously, there's no comparison. Los Angeles makes São Paulo look like a paradise. The number of people living on the streets there is just mind-boggling. It's truly a sight to see. But hey, let's not get too down about it.
So are you curious to know about what it's like to be a homeless person living in California these days? And why the numbers keep going up? Well, let me right in here. You see, being a homeless person in California comes with its perks. First off, you get this lovely little thing called the food stamp, which is a shopping cart loaded with $200. And if you happen to be in San Francisco, you also get an additional $620 in cash. How generous. Oh, but wait, there's more. You also have access to food donations and shelters. But why bother with those when you can just sleep on the street, am I right? So let's do the math here. Being a homeless person in California means you get a minimum wage of $820 just for existing. Heck, you could even save up some money. And if you're interested in becoming a homeless person in California, it's as easy as pie. Just call up the Department of Homeland Security and tell them you're homeless, and voila! You get your food stamp loaded with $200 and $620 in cash. Isn't that just lovely? No wonder so many homeless people are flocking from other states to California. It's just too good to pass up.
And the rent here is too expensive, right?
Oh, the joys of paying the rent in California. Such a wonderful experience, don't you think? After all, who doesn't love shelling out a small fortune just to have a roof over their head? And let's not forget about downtown, where you can expect to pay around $1,500 a month for the privilege of living there. How affordable. But hey, why bother paying rent when you can just become homeless and get paid $820 a month for a ride?
Oh, it's practically a steal. Isn't that just lovely? It seems like Los Angeles is really taking the crown for the most downtrodden city in the world. Move over São Paulo, cause LA is the new champion of homelessness. I mean, the amount of tents and makeshift shelters on the streets. The sheer number of people living in these conditions is like nothing I've ever seen before. Not even the most notorious areas of São Paulo like Estação da Luz can hold a candle to LA's homelessness problems. But hey, at least they have those sweet government benefits, right? I'm sure that makes up for everything.
Oh man, let me tell you something. There's a big difference between Skidrow during the day and at night. You see, during the day, people tend to behave a bit better. And at night, people will often come out of their tents and start causing trouble right there in the middle of the street, in the middle of the lane. It's a whole different ballgame after dark, let me tell you. So in Los Angeles today, the largest hub of homeless people is Skidrow. In this area, they receive a lot of food donations, so you see more people stationed here. It's like a square. When people come to give food or something, they all gather here, you know. And then cars with food arrive. It's all in this area. You can see them there at the shelter.
I thought it was just one street, man.
No, it's not. We're walking several blocks here and the situation continues, man. They have Netflix, Wi-Fi, power generator because it gets really cold at night. That over there is a power generator, and look at the battery.
Oh my god, a power generator and the battery to have electricity in the tent, man. Professional bagger. And he's telling me that inside most of the tents they have Netflix, Amazon Prime, electricity, and what else? Washing machine? Damn, it's better than Boxable. This area here in Skidrow has around 7,000 homeless people, just in this area as you can see. And the government actually helps these people to live on the streets. To compare, the whole of Los Angeles has 70,000 homeless people. I checked on Google, and São Paulo has around 35,000 homeless people. But here in LA it's 70,000. That's double what São Paulo has. When I went to São Paulo, I didn't see the things I see here. There are many NGOs here that don't take drugs away from people. They teach them how to use drugs properly. For example, they give them needles so they don't share it. And there's also the sinister government aid man. To live on the streets, they receive $800. It's a lot of money. And that's why you see so many tents around here with Netflix, HBO Max, with power panels. It only lacks solar panels, man. But Elon Musk should change that soon. It's a situation that many people don't see because this is one of the wealthiest areas in the world, with some of the most expensive square meters in the world. But it also has its other side, which is several people living on the streets. This is just a few kilometers away from Hollywood and Beverly Hills, which are super duper wealthy places. This is the reality of LA. This is the line of people waiting for food. They go around the block just to get there. There are people waiting from there to here because they give out free food.
Then why can't I let myself tell lies? Watch you die every day. I think back to the times when dreams were all matter. Thoughts don't give now anything.
Another situation that seems very common here is that people often set fire to things, and then the firefighters come to rescue them. It seems that there are even fire trucks dedicated solely to this area, as it is so common here. So we stopped here because these guys told me something funny. There's a Mercedes parked next to that tent and they're telling me, oh, that it's common for the homeless people to have cars in the USA, man. So they park their cars next to their tents, and their garage is the street, you know what I mean? And another thing is that there are some high-end tents that are extremely expensive, costing like $150, $600, $800, $927 and 35 cents. And they are all on the street, man. So if you take a walk around the street, write down the brand names of these tents and search for them on Amazon. You see that they are very expensive. It's another level of being homeless. And another thing that happens here is that the police don't hassle them. They let the addicts be and everything is fine. In São Paulo, for example, the police wake up the homeless and pour water on their tents to make them leave, but here, they respect their activities and that's so kind of them. And now just something unrelated. Do you guys remember the case of that Canadian woman who disappeared mysteriously in a hotel and was found dead on top of the hotel in a water tank? It's still a case that nobody knows what happened to this day, and the hotel closed down for being haunted. Anyway, that's the hotel right there. Something weird happened in that hotel and you saw the video. It was a woman who mysteriously started acting crazy, out of nowhere disappeared, and 5 days later her body was found in the water tank, which had restricted access on top of the hotel. No one knows how she got there. How did she end up in the water tank? Did someone help her? It's a mystery to this day, and this hotel is right there in the middle of Los Angeles. The situation is really critical. But the funny thing is that I've watched several movies that take place in Los Angeles, several YouTubers who live in Los Angeles, but the side of the city is never shown. Had to move the van to a different spot. Now we are going to another neighborhood. Almost nighttime. Let's go to a tough area. Just hope my van doesn't get stolen. I'm even taking my laptop with me, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So we went to this other neighborhood, but nothing was happening there. However, there are neighborhoods in Los Angeles that you can even enter because they are too dangerous. Places completely dominated by gangs. But then these two subscribers took me to a barbecue at the house, and we ate meat and talked about life. Thank you very much for the ride, my subscribers. End of the right. That building over there, that's the Netflix building. Netflix is here and in the other building as well. I'm here in downtown Los Angeles and we are looking for a Walmart to sleep. Walmart! Well, since this Walmart is in Los Angeles, I really don't know if I'll be bothered tonight, but so far sleeping in Walmart has always been good. Well, I'm here in Los Angeles for a while making videos about interesting things, just like this topic we talked about, which is very interesting, so thanks a lot for watching this video.
Ricky was a